Hey, what's up everyone? James from Junkyard Fox here. Thank you for joining me. And I do believe we are overdue for a really awesome knife review. And I'm really excited to talk to you guys about this bad boy right here, the Mora Kansbol knife. Now, just to let you guys know right from the start, this has easily become my favorite Mora knife. Not only that, it has become one of my all-time favorite knives in general. I love this thing. So today we're going to put it to the test so I can demonstrate why it's become such a versatile, handy tool. And I'm going to elaborate on who this knife is for. So thank you for joining me. Let's just go ahead and get started. Now before we commence testing, let's go ahead and talk about the specs. Now the overall length of this blade is 8.9 inches. The blade length is 4.3 inches with the blade thickness of 2.5 millimeters. Now the blade material is made out of thsi 27 Swedish stainless steel with a compound grind, which begins as a Scandi, then slowly tapers down into a flat grind. The blade itself is 3/4 tang. Weight is 4.7 ounces with plastic and rubber handles. Also comes with a plastic sheath, made in Sweden, of course, like all Moras. And the price goes approximately $35 that I've seen on average. So let's elaborate on the sheath. Now it is made out of plastic and it does have a leather belt loop. Now this sheath has exceptional retention. I've been testing out this blade going on about 6 months and it's still holding on very well. One of the better Mora sheaths. And you can put the blade in whichever way you like, whether it's this way or say you're a lefty. You can place it this way and it holds very well. Has 2 drain holes here. Once again, being plastic, it's not going to require too much care. Now, I'm not certain on the longevity of the leather belt loop, to be honest, but I mean, once again, I've been using this one for 6 months and it's still holding very well. And definitely one of the better Mora sheaths, since that tends to be something of their weakness. Okay, so now for philosophy of use. Who benefits the most from using a knife like this? Well, I've been testing this knife going on about 6 months, and I gotta say, this is just such a versatile blade that a lot of people, it just covers a wide range. Now, I think it would be great for the casual outdoorsman. You know, not everyone goes out to practice bushcraft skills and stuff on a weekly basis. Some people just go out and camp or hike maybe once or twice a year. You know, so they're not looking to spend a fortune on their blade. Also, because it has plastic and rubber handles, a plastic sheath, and stainless steel blade, it's not going to require too much maintenance. So I think that would, once again, work very well for someone who's just a casual outdoors person. This works really cool. Okay, also, if you are beginning to get into bushcraft, you're barely starting into, head out to your outdoor adventures, this works as well. Because you get a very high quality blade, very affordable, but it has that infamous Scandi grind from Mora's that's going to be great for your feather sticking, your whittling. It's going to be great for camp cooking. So that's really good. Has a 90-degree spine for striking your ferro rod. And also going back to the fact that it is a stainless steel blade and it has plastic and rubber handles, and it also tapers down to have a flat grind right here. I think this would also excel for fishing trips. So say you're out, you go on a fishing trip with some buddies for a couple of days. This can be your camp knife, get that fire started, your camp cooking. But as well, it has that flat grind right here to help you process some fish. So I think, once again, for whether you're just a casual outdoors person, to an avid fisherman, a beginning bushcrafter, or even someone like me. Now, I'm far from being an expert, but I've been here for quite some time doing my outdoor stuff, and I really enjoy this blade. Okay, so for our first tests, like always for a fixed blade, we're going to test out a one-stick fire. So we're going to test out the Scandi grind. Afterwards, we're going to test out the spine, see how we can make a fire. So this is just a pine log. It's not going to be too difficult. Now, some people may have some issues with the blade because it is quite thin. Keep in mind, all our ancestors had very thin knives and they had to depend on them. So don't worry about that, just common sense. If the wood seems too hard, too difficult, just leave it and go find some softer, easier wood. So let's go ahead and get started. Bust it out on me. Okay, so we have enough feathers. Let's go ahead and test out this spine. And it is razor sharp, by the way. So I'm sure it's going to strike very easily. Whoa. Almost. Oh, wait, there we go. It's burning. There we go. So, first test, making a fire, was a success. Okay, so I made a fire very easily. Now, meanwhile, our fire gets nice and hot. We get a nice bit of coals. Let's move on to our next test, which is camp cooking. Now, we're not doing anything strenuous right now. We're just at a campsite, and we're just going to enjoy ourselves some dinner. So, obviously, everybody eats. So, for me, I always look for a knife that's, really great at slicing food. Believe it or not, some of them just aren't that good when it comes to survival knives or outdoors knives. So, let's just go ahead and test it out on these potatoes. One at a time. Now, once again, that flat grind up here works excellent. So it slices very well, and one thing I do want to mention is the handle is very comfortable. It's rubbery, so there's a lot of grip to it, and it's just really comfortable in all kinds of tasks, and it's an excellent slicer for camp cooking. And that's just, let's be honest, that's one of the more enjoyable aspects of being outdoors, some outdoors cooking. So, test 2, really well. Passed it with flying colors. And now for our final test, which is going to be processing this trout. Now, trout is not a very difficult animal to go ahead and process, but I think it's a worthy test regardless. Also, we're talking about this Mora knife that starts with a Scandinavian grind, so it's going to help you out with your wood processing, feather sticking, whittling, but then it tapers down to a very precise thin edge, and that's really going to help you out not just with camp cooking, but with game processing in general. So, let's put it to the test. So let's get started. Now, of course, with this trout, we're going to start very slowly cutting up here. Now, this guy's slippery. So he's going to be cutting up from the vent. I don't want to... Guts. Air sacs.
Now this guy just needs to be cleaned up right here. So my thumbnail will do. And he just needs a rinse, and this guy's just about ready to go. Trout is extremely easy to process.
So our dinner is ready. Nice and golden potatoes right here. Oh yeah. And our fish is nice and flaky. Nice and white. One's really good. So mission accomplished. The Kansbol was easily able to make a one-stick fire. It was able to do some food prep, just basic slicing, and also some game processing. Now, granted, trout is very easy, but I do have enough experience with knives and small game processing to tell you that it's just a really great slicer, and because of that, it just processes game very good. So, once again, that was a success. Now, time to enjoy my dinner. Well, guys, that's about it. Once again, the Mora Kansbol. I really dig this knife, and I really like the handle, the rubbery grip. Very comfortable. Really loving this blade. And I got to give a big shout out to my buddy Steven. This is actually his knife. He bought this about 6 months back and sent it to me right away, so he never even got a chance to mess around with it. And I've had it since then. And I, thank you, Steven. Thank you so much for your patience. And I'm really gonna hate giving it back because I love this thing. In fact, it has become one of my all-time favorites. I'm gonna just go as soon as I get home. I'm just gonna order myself one just because I love it, and I definitely recommend it from rookies to experts alike. Check this knife out. Really underrated. I don't really see a lot of people talking about it because it has some more popular relatives. But check out this knife. Now I'm gonna do something a little different, and I want some feedback from you guys. So I'm going to let you guys choose my next knife review. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be my next video because I have a ton of videos to do this month. However, my next knife review should be probably in about a month and a half from now. And I'm going to let you guys choose either the Kansbol's older brother, here we go, the Garberg, the Full Tang Mora, or the LT Wright JX3 knife, which is an excellent boot knife / EDC knife. So you guys let me know which one do you want to see first, so I can start planning out that video, planning out that adventure. Be sure to comment below. And well, guys, that about wraps it up. So thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you guys for all the views, the support, the love. That really means the world to me. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet to keep up with my adventures. And I'll see you guys next week with another video. Now go outside and get your boots dirty.